Hello, welcome to live. Oh, it's been a busy day, so that didn't come off quite perfect at the beginning, but that's okay. We're not here to be perfect. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hey, Gina, welcome. It's your first time. Glad to have you here. Happy Saturday to you, or Sunday if you live in the future. Hi, Ella. I see your beautiful watermelons. How's everybody today? How's the music? How's sound? Voice sound good? Sound check is good. Rhonda, my dear friend, how the heck are you? I am just coming from a meeting where I was teaching some tech stuff, so I didn't quite have my act together. But we are here. Oh, I'm so glad you're great today, Rhonda. I am feeling really good today, too. I had an energy healing with one of our fellow IT community people yesterday, and it was fantastic. It was just what I needed. Ella, it's so good to see you. Hello. How's my... Ooh, that's horrible. There we go. It's technical day. Oh, thanks, Gina. Thanks for saying the sound's good. I think it is pretty good. Gonna lower it on my end a smidge. So, welcome to everybody. I am excited for today's lives. If you're new, hello, Thomas. Thank you so much for yesterday. He's the one who gave me the energy healing. You can't see me. Can everybody else see me? That would be on your end then, Thomas. Try to do a reset on the app. Good, okay. Welcome to Readings Extravaganza. My name is Greg Phillips. I'm an energy reader, a channel, and a spiritual guide for seekers and sensitives who are on the path of the heart. We have a really lovely, sweet community here at my lives, and today's live is all about you pick your reading type. Now, what's wonderful about my lives is if you're interested in getting a reading, we use this beautiful app called Wheel of Names, where we put everybody's name in, regardless of what time they show up in the live, and everybody gets a chance at a reading. If you do get called on for the reading, because we let the universe decide by spinning the wheel, if you get called on, you can pick from an energy reading, an oracle card pull, or a channeled message. They're basically the same end result, but three different approaches to seeking guidance. So, hello, Antoinette. Everything looks and sounds great to you. I'm glad it's not actually looking and sounding gray, because then you'd miss all these beautiful colors from the enchantment tree. Hi, Christian, how are you? First time here. Wonderful to have you. Or is it Christiane? Is that how you say that? Wonderful. Welcome. I hope you enjoy it. We're going to be doing readings today. And normally I spend a lot of time chit-chatting at the beginning, seeing how everybody is, which I love to hear, but I'm thinking we're just gonna get started. If you're new, I think it's Christian. Netherlands, yes, that would be Christian, yes. Cool. Let's get it started. Let's let it started. That's exactly right. So if you're new, everybody has a chance at a reading. I put everybody's name into a spin the wheel app, and then we let the universe decide who gets called on. And it's really, really fun that way. And it's also really fair. Plus, there's a cool spinning sound, and then there's applause after it, which is just absolutely a blast for me. So, today if you get called on, as I said, you get to choose the reading type. So you can choose an energy reading, an oracle card pull, or a channeled message. I have two beautiful oracle decks. This one is the Starseed Oracle deck. Awesome. This is from Rebecca Campbell. It's a very powerful deck. And then if you are like me and into dragons, I have the Dragons Oracle deck from Diana Cooper. Also a really beautiful deck. Or you can pick an energy reading, which is me scanning your chakras and seeing what's going on in your system, or just a channeled message. Hello, Deb. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. All right. Who wants to get on the list? Who wants to get on the wheel for a reading today? Gina Wood. Rhonda wants to ride the wheel of good guidance. Christian. Thomas. Deb would be honored. I would be honored to have you on it, Deb. Who else? Antoinette. Antoinette's like one of those beautiful classic names. I love it. Hi, Jerry. Welcome. How's everybody's Saturday going? Or Sunday if you live in the future. We'll give a few more minutes for folks to get in. So far I've got Gina, Rhonda, Christian, Thomas, Deb, and Antoinette. Suleiman, hello, welcome. Good to see you. You're walking on the bright side of the road. Song came up earlier. Very fun. Thomas, I didn't have time to write you this morning because I had a lot to do and a long meeting. But I woke up with an incredible sense of lightness and freedom after the session yesterday. So thank you for that. It's funny because I can actually feel those spots in my shoulders that we were working with, or that I was working with. And they just feel really open. It's really, really awesome. Who else would like to get on the wheel before I spin? We are getting a quicker start today than usual. Kind of curious how the recording's going to end up because I flubbed it at the beginning. I almost don't mind because I can edit it if I need to. Yes, Rhonda. I love you, Rhonda. Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Don't know where I'll be tomorrow. All right, well, I guess that signals it. Here we go. Oh, wait. Boy, I'm so scattered. I think this will be good. Let's start with a little focusing meditation so that we can tap into what our questions are going to be. So, my friends, I invite you to place your feet flat on the floor. Close your eyes. And just allow this beautiful music to wash over you. Allow the music to wash away anything that has been occurring so far in your day. To let go of anything that is coming up after this live in your day. And just be present with your breath. The sound of the music, any other sounds in the immediate environment around you. And I encourage you to bring your mind's eye, your focus, on the very center of your chest at your beautiful heart chakra. And as you focus there, my friends, just reflect on how wonderful it is to have an opportunity to come together with people from all around the world for this next hour and a half, where we are all here sharing our hearts, seeking guidance, and sharing our love. What an incredible blessing to have this ready-made, very special community. What an even deeper blessing to have a place to come to be with like-hearted people, where we can be ourselves and support each other as we seek guidance. Take a deep breath in through your nose and let it out through your mouth. And another one in through the nose and out through the mouth. Do a third deep breath in through the nose, holding it for a couple seconds. And then when you exhale through your mouth, my friends, I invite you to make a sound, any sound that feels good and comfortable. Spirit, we ask that you touch our hearts today, filling them with your divine love. Open our minds to your divine wisdom and bolster our courage with your divine strength. Allow us the blessing of clarity around what we wish to ask regarding the guidance we seek. Help us to be intentional with our questions today so that we can have the most beautiful, most profound readings. And thank you for always being there for us, supporting us with your love, your wisdom, and your strength. My friends, I invite you to allow your question to bubble up in the very center of your heart. I invite and encourage you to get as clear and specific with it as you possibly can, locking your energy in place in a very intentional way. And I will spin the wheel. Hannah, good morning to you. How is the future? Hey Aisha, good to see you. Hi Jennifer. Oh, Inga's here too. Oh my God. So good to have everybody here. Jerry, I will be happy to add you. Sorry I didn't see it right away. Antoinette is the first winner from the Wheel of Good Guidance. Yay, Antoinette. Congratulations. Kayla's live. Oh, I was busy helping someone learn OBS. Did not attend a live yet today. Welcome, welcome, Antoinette. Woohoo! Yay for you. Aisha, I'd be happy to add you. Antoinette, what kind of reading would you like? Energy, oracle card, or channeled message? Violet! And Aisha, good to see you. I got Rev J set up with the very basics that I started with in OBS. We did not get far enough to include audio. That will be next. Hana wants on the wheel. Oracle card. All right, Antoinette, would you like the Starseed Oracle deck or the Dragon Oracle cards? Thanks, Jessica. I love this tree too. My absolute all-time favorite virtual background, right? Yes, Rhonda, I did. I have added Aisha and Hana. I will take more names when I am done being of assistance to Antoinette. Groovy. Yes, it does remind me of the galaxy. It feels, as we've frequently noted, I should say, it feels very magical and mystical, very enchanting. All right, Antoinette. Dragon cards or Oracle cards? What did you say? You said Starseed Oracle. Okay, fantastic. And what is your question today, my dear? What guidance do you seek? How can I be of assistance to your greatest and highest good? So happy to be here with you guys. I love sharing this time with you guys today. Oh, by the way, the council, I don't know if you guys have seen my YouTube lately, but I put a very special message up for the Lionsgate that the council wanted me to share with you guys. That's the very first time they've ever shared anything in general for everybody outside of the live or directly to me. Antoinette, I can feel your intention coming into place as you type out your question. This is amazing. I don't know what to ask. Sorry, I'm new to this. All right, my dear. Close your eyes and just put all of your mental focus, put your mind's eye right on your heart chakra, okay? I even encourage you to place your left hand on the center of your chest and your right hand very lovingly and gently over it, okay? Keep your arms relaxed, close your eyes, and just ask whatever you consider the divine. What is it that I'm wanting to know today? And just listen to your intuition. And what you're listening for is this brief little moment at which a topic or a phrase or a question kind of like raises its hand like a young school person, a young school child who wants to be called on. And when that comes forth, then type out whatever it says. Thanks, Jess. Yeah, it was pretty cool. What is the deepest wound I need to address to free myself? How can I release the darkness holding me back? See, now that wasn't so hard now, was it? Good job. I love this for you. So this is a very intentional question. See, you really did know what to ask. Oops, there's the first card. Oh, I think you're getting 2 cards today. Very good question, Antoinette. Now it has an interesting focus. I want you to just take a moment to reread your question, Antoinette. And just understand for a moment the topic that it's presenting. Ultimately, I think what you're asking about is how to approach the greatest healing for yourself. Aww. I'm sensing one more card for you. Oh, there it is. Actually, 2 more cards. Congratulations. You're getting 3. Sense the darkness in my heart. Exactly what you said. Yes. Well, the interesting thing is there is no darkness. We are always connected with Source. It's just a question of how small, how wide our connection is. But yes, here are your cards, my friend. So I'm going to show these in order. These are cool. These are beautiful. They all have a very similar, the first two have a very similar artistic, well, they all have the same artistic feel. The first card is called Portal. One moment, I'm going to turn the tree off so you can see these cards better. Actually, no, I'm going to leave the tree where it is. I love this tree, I don't want to get rid of it. This is called Portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Wild card. Yes, it is a very courageous question, Antoinette, and it is deep within your heart. So the first card is called Portal. The second one is called It's very similar color scheme as the first one. Called says, soul gifts are training. It's time to step up. I'm just going to show the first one again. Yeah, they are very, very beautiful cards. Thank you, Jennifer. I love the cosmic tree too. So Portal. So the sense that I'm getting from this, Antoinette, is that you are on the threshold of a very powerful shift or opening for yourself. The doors are opening. You have the power of decision around this, and you are being called to step up for yourself in the recognition of your soul gifts. And let's see what the third card is that feels like it's summing it up. This is a beautiful card called Child of the Cosmos. And look at this beautiful woman in blue robes, and it's like her heart chakra is bursting wide open, and she's just so receptive. Her arms are thrown open in sort of an invitation, both a surrender and an invitation, sort of. And her head is raised up, her chest is open and vulnerable and open-hearted. This is a really powerful card. The phrasing says, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. Wow. So what I'm gonna, wow. Okay, so I'm gonna hold these two up because it's oops, there we go. I have to align it to my body. Look at the similarity in the color schemes on these two, right? You've got an archway on the portal with a person standing. It looks like by the position of their feet, they're actually moving forward. They're heading into the portal, right? And then you have the calling card, and it's a doorway. So they're both passageways. They're both passageways to a new reality. And this person, okay, so the first person is, oh, interesting. Look at these robes. They kind of look very simple, very basic robes. They almost look a little tattered around the, what do you call that? The hem of the skirt. It's almost as though, and they have a hood, or maybe they have a lot of hair, and their back is a little bit hunched. It is almost as though they're carrying a burden, but they're carrying it towards the portal. Yes, they are going forward to a new beginning, Inga. Yeah, this portal card looks 3D into the portal. Yeah, it absolutely does. This portal is absolutely 3D, and it is showing a beautiful pinkish blue in the distance on the other side of the portal. And then the calling card, or the called card, now look at the robes on this woman. The robes are red, they're flowing. Her hair is showing, I sense a lightness in her step and a determination to walk through this door. She feels very, very powerful to me. But as it says, it's time to step up. And in the portal card, it's saying, you decide. Okay, Deb, we'll see you next time. Oh, you're welcome. It's so good to have you here. In this, it's saying you decide. So the opening that you are, okay, let me see. All right, the guides are bringing something through. Dear Antoinette, we understand that it may seem like darkness, it may seem like a heavy weight on you, but that is just simply your soul calling you forward, my friend. You know that you are meant for more than what you have been experiencing. You know that you came here to experience the fullness of life. And perhaps in recent times, there have been happenings and events that have sort of stymied your ability to go forward like the woman in the called card. And perhaps you are feeling more like the woman in the slightly tattered robes with the worn back. But we want you to know that this burden is self-imposed. This burden is simply coming as a result of you living in your mind, trying to find the answers through your thinking instead of following your gifts, listening to your heart, as you just did to tap into this very courageous, incredibly powerful question. And so the guides are saying to you, they're suggesting that instead of asking about the darkness, to really ask about the freedom, to really inquire and be curious about the potential for joy, the potential for fulfillment, for living your purpose. They know that this can be challenging and this can feel very, very difficult, but they want you to know that you have the ability to make decision to move through the portal. And then imagine feeling, Antoinette, imagine feeling like the woman in this final card. Mimi, I'd be happy to add you to the list in a moment. Antoinette is feeling such a sense of release. This is intense. Thank you all so much. I can't stop crying, but it's good. You've been holding on to something, my friend. You've been holding on to something, and that's not darkness. That's just grasping. That's holding on. That has created the pain, not so much, maybe some pain, but just has created the suffering and that feeling as though you are blocked and not able to move forward, but you are. And here's the beautiful thing. I read an amazing quote today. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to remember how to say it. It basically, the quote was from a short film I saw on Disney Plus, actually. And it was basically about answering our calling. And it was saying that the point of answering the calling isn't in where we're headed, but is in actually answering it. So this is really, really powerful with the portal card where it says you decide, right? Doors are opening. You decide. You have the power of choice to move forward or not. And here's the beautiful thing about it. Spirit doesn't judge whether we move forward or not. Spirit calls us forward. Spirit encourages us, invites us, supports us to move forward. They're there for us when we reach out and ask for that help and support and assistance and guidance, but they don't require anything of us. So that's where all the power of choice lies, within you and in your heart. And you've just tapped into your heart in a very beautiful and powerful way. And what I would invite you to do, Antoinette, as a wrap up for you, take a long look at this woman in this photo, in this card, okay? Be a mindful observer. Don't analyze it. Don't overthink it. Take it in as though you were looking at a beautiful sunset or the most amazing food that has ever been prepared, or an incredible work of art as you are strolling through the street or through an art gallery. And this is the woman that your heart is wanting to be. Open, surrendered, connected to spirit, your heart chakra bursting wide, floating on clouds as part of the cosmos. So in this moment, Antoinette, You have a very simple decision. Is this the woman you want to be? Or is this at least an example of part of how you want to be? For you are no longer, you may feel like this woman trudging towards the portal, but you are not, because of the very fact that you asked for guidance. And so you have created, by your asking, Antoinette, you have created the opening. And this is the invitation of where to go. It's just an aspect of where to go. It's not the completeness. Hi, Patty. Good to see you. Antoinette, are you focusing on this? How is this feeling? I know you're probably still crying. I can feel it. Let the tears out. It's good to release all of that ouch. All of that which been bundled up and holding on inside. So I'm also going to encourage you, Antoinette. Yes, wonderful. I'm glad. I'm going to encourage you to go onto the internet, look up Starseed Oracle, Child of the Cosmos, all right? And get a picture of it or something, put it on your phone, print it out, whatever. I'm inviting you to use this as a visual mantra. So when you're beginning to feel that heaviness of the heart where the mind is taking over, that you have your visual goal, your visual mantra, if you will. I think they're called yantras. I can't remember what they're called. Yes, Starseed Oracle, Child of the Cosmos. Thank you, Aisha, for being our beautiful assistant today. All right, Antoinette, are you complete for now, my dear? This was beautiful. Really lovely. You wrote that down. Fantastic. Thank you for your courage and your vulnerability. We are all, I'm sure, deeply appreciative of it. Oh, wow. It was fun. Hi, Liz. Welcome to you. Oh, thanks, Jessica. One of the most beautiful readings I have ever heard. Oh, that's great. Are you new to us, Jessica? I can't remember. We have lots of beautiful readings here. I'm glad you love that, Antoinette. Very, very cool. Yes, appreciate all of you so much. She says, I'm excited and hopeful for what's ahead. You have it within inside you, Antoinette. We all do. If you've been falling prey to the mind's habit of looking outside of you for it, be that woman in the Child of the Cosmos card. Arms outstretched, open heart, willing to receive all of the beauty. Love this for you. All right. Oh, good. Welcome, Jessica. Okay. That was our first reading. I know a few people said they wanted to get on the list. I think I saw Mimi. Who else wanted to be on the wheel for the list? Thank you, Antoinette, for your beautiful sharing of your abundance. And I think I missed somebody else's. Did Jessica share too? Somebody else shared. Thank you so much for that. Oh, yes, there it is. Thank you, Jessica. Very, very sweet. Thank you for sharing. Jessica would like to be on. Who else do we want? All right, Nicole. Hello, Heidi. How are you? Ressa. Ooh, very cool name. I've never seen that name before. Linda is just going to listen. Hello, Linda. How are you? That is a beautiful picture of water. Ooh, Buddy Guy. Sounds fun. Yay. All right, I'm going to spin. We can always take more names later. I'm going to shuffle it up. I'm so glad you're all here today. Thank you for sharing this space with me. Thank you for sitting under the enchanted tree. I made that rhyme and I didn't mean it. Oh, Gina, you are the next winner from the Wheel of Good Guidance. Congratulations. Yes, Liz, I will add you to the wheel, my dear friend. Gina! Yay, Gina! Woohoo! We love celebrating the winners because we all get something out of everybody's reading, even if it's just basking in spirit and the love. Gina, where'd you go? There she is. Okay. Wow, mine isn't so deep. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. In the process of moving and relocating, any guidance, please. What kind of reading would you like, Gina? An energy reading where I scan your chakras, an oracle card pull, or a channeled message? Ultimately, they're all channeled. They're just 3 different ways of going about it. Channeled. Okay. In the process of moving and relocating, any guidance, please. Is there, I'm sensing there is something a little bit more specific within that. Can you close your eyes and see? It's really, I try to encourage and invite people to get as specific with their question as they can, because ultimately there is usually something in the heart or the mind that is very specifically wanting attention. Is there something specific about the move that has you seeking guidance? Let's put it that way. We are all winners, Linda says. I agree. So while you write that, I'm going to ask and see what I pick up on. Your guidance and codes. Receive a message for Gina. That I may be of living service to the last and best for her. Gina, lots of dependencies. Will it all come together? Time frame will we be settled there? I see. Very good. Well, I don't do any predictions, and I'm a bit of a fated optimist, so I will always say yes to things working out well, just so that you guys know. Let me see what the guides say. Gina. That's how they started. We honor and recognize that your intention in asking this is to seek assurances and guarantees that everything will be, as you say, okay and settled. But we also recognize that your worry, no matter how big or so small, is actually what is currently the vibration you're offering from which the creation will unfold. You see, worry itself is a very powerful mental activity. Unfortunately, it is basically laying the groundwork, planning for the worst outcome. And instead, we encourage you to get incredibly clear about what you're wanting. And instead of thinking, will what I want happen? Instead, to find a way, a lighter, freer, a softer and easier way in the very moment to celebrate the future, to plan for the party instead of the worst. Or when you plan for the party and you are not there yet, you're telling the universe, I am ready to feel good about this. I'm ready to feel good about it right now. And as you feel good about it, as you are focusing on the beautiful things that you foresee unfolding, as you ask the universe for that amazing feeling of feeling settled, grounded, at home, belonging to the house, belonging to the place, the geography, the town around you, belonging with people, as you ask the universe to deliver just on these feelings, not the specifics. We are not suggesting that you ask the universe for a specific house layout or appliance arrangement in the kitchen, or how the people in the house will be arranging their bedrooms. No, we're asking that you actually just simply say, universe, I would really love to receive sense of being settled, that sense of belonging, that sense of coming home, that feeling of joy of being where I am with my family, with the people that I love, to enjoy the adventure and the exploration of being in a new home, in a new location. So we offer these as an example, Gina, so that you can practice what Abraham Hicks calls pre-paving your experience. See, because you have the power, should you so recognize it and choose to use it, you have the power to determine the outcome. But when we get into specifics, we are trying to tell the universe what to do. And that just creates strife and difficulty for us, because the universe usually has an even bigger and better idea for us. So when we ask just for the feelings, we allow the universe to exceed our expectations and knock our socks off. Because at the end of the day, it's not so much about the home and whether it's going to work out and whether you're going to be settled and all of that. Because when you're asking it that way, I understand the question. I understand what you're really asking is, am I going to feel okay? Am I going to feel good? And you have the opportunity to feel good about it right now. And when you feel good about it right now, then you're planning for the best. You're planning for the best. And in your heart of hearts, Gina, and anybody else, we all know that we all want the best. But we have beliefs and patterns of thought that keep us from thinking that that's possible. And those are all just based on the past, which is gone. It's done. Here in the moment, we have the ability to feel however we want to feel. We can use a past good memory to feel that way, or we can use pre-paving or scripting, a journaling technique that Violet 108 teaches. Plan for the party. So when you catch yourself worrying, my friend, just bring it back to your heart. Your heart has all the wisdom. In fact, I encourage you to check out my track, Heart Teach My Mind. It's a beautiful practice that you can use at any time of the day. You can use it in the morning, you can use it during meditation, you can use it in the middle of a dramatic experience, you can use it in the middle of when you're worrying, you tap your heart or place your hand on it, you make a physical connection with your heart. What that does is it brings you back into your body, out of your mind, into the body, into the heart, and you just simply say, heart, teach my mind. Heart, teach my mind. Heart, teach my mind. And what that also does, my friends, is it reminds you that you are more than this physical body, that life is about more than just the scenarios, situations, and circumstances that may or may not unfold. Yes, love it. Fantastic. Awesome, Gina. Are you complete with that for now, my friend? Great asking, beautiful question. There are many of us here, myself included, who have a lot of unknowns. Here's the thing. We have things coming in the future that are unknown. The mind can only see a limited amount of that. It can only grasp to a certain distance. And when it can't see with a guarantee and with an absolute certainty, then we end up obsessing about needing an answer to all this stuff, when what's most important is that we're living to the highest and fullest, meaning our highest vibration we can reach today. It doesn't mean the highest. That means whatever is reachable for today. Some days I wake up and all I can simply do is copacetic. Other days I wake up and I can feel great. But when we are intentionally wanting to experience the fullness of the day, we tend to start to worry about the future less. So try that on for size 2. All right, beautiful. All right, who else wants to get on the list? Thank you for your asking, Gina. We really appreciate that. Hello, Melinda. So good to see you. Oh, no need to apologize. Perfect timing. We're just taking more names for the wheel. If you're new to me, hi, my name is Greg Phillips. I do energy readings, channel. I'm also a spiritual guide for basically everybody who's on the path to the heart. Today, what we're doing is pick your own reading. We use a wheel to put names on, and we let the universe decide who gets called on, and then you can pick either an energy reading, an oracle card pull, or a channeled message. Linda, this is your first time? Oh, we have another friend, Linda. Hi, Melinda. So good to see my friend, Melinda. Jolyn, am I saying that right? Jolyn? That's really awesome. Jolyn. Yes, wonderful. Welcome, first timers. We love meeting new people to join our community. We love holding space for all of you and for all of us. Yes, wonderful. All right, anybody else want to get on the wheel before I spin again? I know, so many Melindas. Linda, Melinda, so many different Lindas. We're spinning. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate you saying that. I am busy. That's okay. Aisha, you're the next winner. Yay. Oh my God. You just wrote when the wheel picked you. That's hilarious. I love that. Synchronicities. In Spanish, Linda is beautiful. Oh, that's right. Que linda. Que linda. Yay, Aisha. What kind of reading do you want, my friend? Yay, Aisha. Esta comunidad es linda. Wow. Yes, that was super cool, Melinda. She literally wrote while the wheel was picking her. Well, can I ask my question and see what's most appropriate? Well, first pick your reading. Well, yes, you can do it in any order. Ask your question and then see what reading type you want. Sure, we can do that. Now I'm really curious what her question is. I'm always curious what your questions are. While she's typing that, I'm just going to say thank you again for being here. I love having you guys all here. You guys all know the drill. If you're having fun, if you're getting value from this, if you're enjoying it, please do follow me so you get notified. Here is my schedule of lives. So I'm just doing weekend lives right now. I used to do a Wednesday live at 2 p.m. Mountain. That is moving to a Zoom event. It's going to be a weekly Zoom event, so it'll be off Insight Timer, and you can sign up for it there. It's free. Well, it also has it has donation, but it's free. Also, if you really love this vibe and you want to also do more Zoom stuff, every first Wednesday of the month, we're doing what's called the Celebrate Love Party. Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Mountain. It's awesome. We do this sacred energy journey about focused on love and our connection to the universal love. And then we do readings or we do deep dives on individual people's experiences. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. So I encourage you to apologize to check that out. In terms of what else is coming up in the future, our next deep dive is coming up. That's part of my Patreon program. That's coming up next Thursday. It's already the third Thursday of the month. My God, yes. On the 15th. You can check out my Patreon, which is also up there. Otherwise, there's lots of great lives of other people's doing things. Violet's got some great lives. You guys, anyone else who's a teacher, you want to mention what's coming up, please feel free to put it in the chat. Thank you, Gina. I appreciate you sharing. And Jennifer, you sharing your abundance too. I love that. It's so much fun. I love celebrating our abundance together. Aisha's question must be quite full. Yeah, anyways, if you want to connect with me outside of Insight Timer or inside of Insight Timer, either one's great for me. You can find all my links to socials and everything in my teacher's link right there. The best way to stay informed is to join as a free Patreon member, or really just keep showing up at the lives. All right, Aisha asks, thank you, Melinda. I appreciate you sharing your abundance with me too. Really appreciate the support for my work. Aisha says, how can I be more open to receiving goodness, joy, and divine messages so that I can free myself from the prison of my mind, fear, anxiety, and depression, or something better? I think I have crown and third eye chakra blockages. Really great questions tonight, Inga. I agree 100%. Aisha, this is really powerful. I'm going to say this is an energy reading, which also includes channeled messages. So, since you mentioned your actual chakras, crown and third eye chakra blockages. All right, my dear, I'm going to invite you to place your left hand on your third eye. Make sure your arm is nice and gentle and relaxed, and then take your right hand and just gently place it right over it. You want to stack them. Just make sure those arms are relaxed. If they start aching and hurting, just lower your arms to your lap, but keep your mental focus right here on your third eye, okay? There's so much love in your heart, Aisha, and there's so much. There's a very powerful longing. Very, very powerful longing. So, how do I describe this? So your crown chakra is shrunken down to about the size of a dime. The crown chakra basically is a portal, a gateway, an opening, if you will. If you think about it as like I forget what you call those, but it's like a valve to a pipe, and it opens or shrinks. It will never completely close down to zero, but at its minimum, it will be really, really tiny, and it can go quite large. But what's going on is that you have this. There's so much longing. You have this massive dark cloud in your mind, and it's a storm kind of. There's a lot of thunder type sounds and crackling, lightning kind of energy, and it's very potent, but there's no calm to it. It's very restless. It's very stirred. It's not easeful. It's not, it's a kind of storm cloud that would probably. It's not raining right now, but it would be the kind of storm cloud that would be associated with a very fierce driving rain. And this is basically, the guides are saying that this is a reflection of so many different thoughts, Aisha, that are you're carrying so many thoughts. It's such a burden to think all of these things, and what's happening is your mind is so full with thoughts that they're just clashing against each other. They're kind of inside, they're hidden by this cloud, and they're whipping around, and the thunder and the lightning is occurring when they smash against each other, right? And they're colliding with such force and fierceness that there's just this huge clap of thunder and just these flashes of electricity and lightning, and it's exhausting just to witness, quite honestly. You must be absolutely exhausted mentally, emotionally, and physically. And the longing in your heart is so powerful, but all of this is, none of this is let's see, how do I, so far, are you tracking so far, Aisha? I don't know if you're a visual person or a sensing, but can you see or feel this massive dark storm cloud in your mind? Let me make sure you're on the same page with me for that. Because there's a series of what's going on here, so we have a bit of a process. If anybody wants to support Aisha with this, what I would invite you to do is to place your hands, first your left and then your right in your heart chakra, and just, you don't need to send her anything, but just hold a space of love in your heart. Think of a person, place, or thing in your life that you deeply and perfectly and easily love, and just continue to hold them in your heart. And if you're wanting to support Aisha, picture her in your heart with you and holding that space. Aisha says, I always feel tightness in my head. I'm crying and sweating. Yes. Okay. So this is a multi-step process, my friend. So you're with me. Can you see the cloud or do you feel it? Which one is easier for you? Some people are not visual and others are. Just keep taking deep breaths, Aisha, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Because the essence of what's going on, Aisha, is you're not living in the moment. Your thoughts are either thoughts about the past or thoughts about the future, and you have given them so much significance and so much importance and so much weight in how your life unfolds that they just can't bear it all. That's not the purpose of our thinking. Our thinking is very, very powerful, but our thinking is a tool that we use in service of our spirit, in service of our heart. It is not the master. It cannot run the show. And when it is trying to run the show, what happens is thought after thought comes in, and it gets so crowded in there and so dense that we can't find our way through it because we're all right there in the mind. I probably feel it. Feel so much tightness in my third eye and crown. It's almost painful. Okay. Just keep deeply breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. If you're crying, just know that you are safe here with us, that we all love you very, very deeply, Aisha, and your guides, are always and eternally available to support you. They are holding you up right now. All right, Aisha, here's what we're going to do. I want you to bring your hands up to the top of your head, right on your crown, very gently. You don't have to hold them for long, but I want you to get a feeling sense of your hands physically touching the crown chakra, okay? And I want you to move your mind's focus to that very spot, top crown of your head, okay? And I want you to picture a very, very, very tiny opening. It's a beautiful ring. It has a golden hue to it, but it's a very, very tiny opening. And with your mind, I want you to grab a hold of two of the edges and just mentally and very gently and with as much love as you can, just gently widen that ring. You can do it in pieces. I just want you to do it really slowly. We're not looking for a huge change. We're just looking for a little bit. Just little baby steps, okay? Are you following? So just with that, you've got your mind's eye is focusing on this ring, this opening at the top of your head, and you're just mentally grabbing a hold of the edges, and you're just gently tugging on it, just bringing it a little bit wider so it's going from a dime to a quarter, okay? And once you get it at a quarter, stop for a moment. Feel a little more spaciousness, a little more connection to spirit, a little more connection to source. And then reach up mentally again and pull it out a little bit wider again. This time we're going to make the size of a baseball. And anybody who is feeling called to do this at the same time, please feel free to join in with this journey. So when you get it to the size of a baseball in diameter, just stop for a moment and see. Really observe, become the witness, my friend. Become the witness of how a bigger opening feels more spacious. You feel a little bit more connection to source, a little bit more of spirit flowing through into your crown chakra. And when you can feel it, you suddenly see one of your thoughts drift off from the cloud. It breaks off from the cloud as a small, dark clump of cloud, and it just floats right up through that opening and turns into wispy essence and dissolves and floats away. And now reach up again with your hands mentally and just grab the edges and tug them out and bring them to the size of a softball. Bring the ring to the size of a softball. And as you do that, you can feel more of source flowing in through you. Feel the love, feel the support, feel the reassurance that you are exactly perfect in this very moment. That you are who you are. That you are a child of the cosmos, as we saw from the card earlier. And as you do so, a few more little wisps of dark cloud peel off. They break off from this dark cloud in your mind, and they wander up. They just sort of waft their way up to the crown chakra, and they leave out the opening, and they dissolve into wispiness. And now we're going to go for a little bit bigger of an opening. So reach your hands up mentally, grab a hold of the edges, and widen it twice that size, my friend. Widen that ring twice that size and feel all that beautiful source energy flowing right into you, all that spiritual connection. And as you do so, just relish in that, appreciate, enjoy the feeling of a greater connection to source. And as you do so, it's almost like the very essence and spirit of source reaches down and grabs scoops of that cloud and brings them up, several at a time, right up through your crown chakra and out into the open, and they dissolve into wisps. And the cloud has lightened, the cloud has lessened, because you are allowing in Spirit to assist. And now, without using your hands mentally, but just with your mind, my friend, push the edges, pull the edges, whatever it is, bring the size of that ring to the biggest possible size you can make it today. And as you do so, feel the rush of all the love from all of us here, 96 meditators, all sharing a loving space, all holding you in their heart. The entirety of the universe pouring love down through your crown chakra. And a bright golden light comes streaming into your head. And as it does so, it blazes across the storm cloud in your mind, dissolving every last bit of the darkness there, until you can see this beam of light, this beam of love shining on the floor of your mind. And for this very moment, for the first time in a while, you are clear. Just breathe it in, my friend. Enjoy this moment. Feel the wonderful beauty, the calm. Let it go, my friend. Let go all the feelings of the sadness and the pain. Release, release, release. Let it go, surrender. Beautiful. And just sit in the moment. Sit with this beaming, beautiful beaming light coming down from the sky right through your crown chakra, Aisha. How are you feeling, Aisha? What's going on? Almost through. You're doing great. It's a beautiful, powerful journey. Doing awesome. So much pain. You can just let it go. Give it to Spirit. Give it to that beam of light. Allow all of those ouchy, horrible, icky, just all the crying. Just give it to this beam. Just allow it to float on this beam and watch as you surrender it, as you release it to Spirit, to Source, it just floats up that beam. Excellent. Yes, calmer. How is your mind feeling, my friend? We've got one more step to this, but I'm just wanting, yes, love flowing all around and agreed. Okay, Jennifer, thanks for being here. You're welcome. So glad to have you here today. Aisha. All right, one more thing we're going to do. Let me know how your mind is right now. I know you're feeling calmer. That's awesome. I'm guessing you're also feeling more present, which is really cool. Yes, you're very much more in the moment now. All right, we're going to do one more thing. I invite you to focus again on your crown chakra. Right now, that ring, that gateway is wide open. I don't know exactly the size, but it's wide open, allowing that beautiful sunbeam from Source to come in. And what I'm inviting you to do, yes, expansion and coolness in the top of your head. Lovely. All right, what I'm inviting you to do with this, I want you to, and I encourage everybody to do this, is a beautiful exercise for learning how to not manipulate, but how to manage your crown chakra connection. So picture that opening, hold on to that in your mind, Aisha, and I want you to push it out as far as you can. Feel how much you let in when you do that. Feel it, feel it, feel it, and then immediately shrink the ring all the way down to a dime. Shrink that ring all the way down to a dime and feel into how it cuts you off. Feel how small it is, how tiny the opening is, how very little of that beautiful calm and that beautiful coolness and the beautiful light can now come through. Very little, still coming through. There's a little bit of a trickle, a small beam of light. And then widen that circle again, widen that gateway. Not all the way, just widen it as much as feels comfortable, and just find a comfortable spot for it. And feel the difference. Feel the difference now. There's more light coming in, there's more coolness, there's more calm. And if you want, play with it a little bit more. Widen it all the way out. Feel how much you're allowing in. The very essence of who you are. It's connecting you, who you are, with who you were before. And they're really just one. And then shrink it down all the way down to a dime and feel how that feels. It's like not having any water or being in a storm for months at a time and the sun never shines through. And then widen it out again and just leave it. Comfortable spot, a nice balanced spot where you're feeling like there's plenty of light coming through. Anna says, I love the authenticity of your readings. You help so many people in your own beautiful way. Thank you, my dear. It's so good to hear that. Oh, Aisha, there's lots more that you can do with this, but for today, we're going to leave the journey there. You really did a beautiful job. It was a beautiful, beautiful journey. How are you feeling? Inga's feeling airy and light. Just everybody hold Aisha in their heart just a little bit longer here. Let us know how you are. Now, the mind has a tendency to get overactive or look into the future or worry about the past or project into the future based on the past or whatever. And all of that is just pulling us out of the moment. This very moment, life force is coursing through us. Life is animating our body. Life is moving through our cells. Our atoms are energy. And source and spirit are always with us. But when we have such a small connection at the top of our head, when our heart is following our mind, we basically diminish our capacity to be in the moment. We diminish our capacity to remember our very connection, like an umbilical cord, an energetic umbilical cord to the universe. Aisha says, calmer. I feel discomfort in my heart chakra when I shrink the crown down. Yeah, my mind is trying to pull me out of the moment with gooey, unformed doubt. It almost doesn't matter what it is, my friend. See, that's the other thing with the mind. When you're trying to solve the problems of the mind with the mind, then what happens is the mind gets in a loop. And that loop, unless you find a way to break it through meditation, through energy healing, through like what we did, a sacred energy journey or anything, until you find a way to sort of at least pause that loop, right? It just keeps going. Thank you, Joey. So this is the beginning of your opening, Aisha. I can feel that there is much more to do, but now what you've done is you've actually had a visceral experience. Thank you, Joey. I appreciate you sharing your abundance with me. You've had an actual visceral experience of working with, of shrinking and expanding your crown chakra opening. And so when you begin to feel the cloud again in your mind, when you're because there will come, right? It will happen. It's part of human nature. When it happens, remember to go up and play with the opening and see if you can surrender and release some of that to spirit. Oh, Linda's truly struggling this week. Your brother died tragically on the 29th. Your family is truly struggling with his passing. Oh, Linda. Yeah. Aisha, it's really important right now to stay in the moment and be as much of the observer as you can be. You just had a very powerful journey, okay? You did some amazing energy work on yourself, okay? That wasn't me. I'm just the guide. I'm just the channel. That was you, my dear. That was all you. So you have the capacity to do this again. Okay? The thing to be careful of is overanalyzing. If you can be the mindful witness and the mindful observer, this tightness, the mind wants to analyze it as something bad, but perhaps it's expanding or activating, as you said. So I encourage you to be the witness, be the observer, describe the qualities of it as you experience it. Do not get ahead of yourself. I know that's going to be possibly challenging, but this is the practice for you right now. Okay, my dear? You tell me. Does it feel better? You feel calmer, which means you are more in alignment with spirit than you were before. Your feelings are your GPS system. They're your indicator of whether your mind is focused in the direction of where spirit and the divine are always looking, or whether it's not. When you feel worse, your mind is not focused on what God's focused on. It feels less tight, much less tight. Great. Yeah. There's more to do there, Aisha. You're welcome to work with me individually if you feel so called, or come to one of the Zooms where we can go deeper, or just keep asking for guidance, my friend. Keep asking for guidance in the lives. And one more message. The council is saying to you, it's really, really, really vital that you recognize that everything, who you are in the moment, is pure love, is pure energy. And that's what spirit is focused on, is who you really are, not who you think you are or believe you are, but who you really are. And I know that that is a challenging concept to grasp when you're not feeling well. But I think you did great on this journey. So I applaud you. I commend you. It was a beautiful journey. Thank you for allowing me to be of service to you and for all of us to get to witness your vulnerability and your opening. So it was beautiful. You are welcome. I'm glad. Inga says, Greg, you make this practice easy to follow when you guide us. Well, thank you, Inga. That is why I'm here. Yes, many blessings to Aisha, says Linda. All right, we have time for one more spin of the wheel. We lost a few people, right? Does anyone remember who had to go? We had a few people needing to leave. Mimi's still here. You are on the list, Mimi. Jennifer went out. I don't think Jennifer got on the list. Okay, well, we'll deal with it as we go. Does anyone else want to get added before I spin one more time? Nicole left? Oh, Nicole was on the list. Elaine, no problem. I bet my spinner does know, Jessica, you're right. Aisha says, thank you to everybody for holding me in this space and for your support. Absolutely, Aisha. It is an honor and a joy for all of us to support each other. Yes, Linda, we are holding you in our heart. Let's see what the wheel says. All right, spinning again, my friends. I just shuffled, and then this will be the last one because I have the rest of my day to do. Deb is the next winner from the Wheel of Good Guidance. Deb, are you still here, or was she one of the ones that left as well? Deb. Calling Deb. Deb, come on down. Oh, she left too? Thank you, Inga. Okay, spinning again. It happens. We have life to attend to sometimes. Ooh, right on the cusp. Aressa. Aressa's next. Are you still here? Never ever seen that name before. Very cool. Yay, Aressa! Congratulations. The wheel has picked you. What kind of reading would you like? Energy reading, oracle card pull, or channeled message. Aressa would like an energy reading, please. Okay, my friend. And what is your question? What guidance are you seeking today? Love this track. Who's enjoying the music? Raise your hand. I love this song. 999 Hertz, attract unexpected miracles and peace in your life. Love this song. The piano sort of matches the twinkles from the enchantment tree. Hi Rima, welcome. Rima, I am doing the last reading, but please do come back another time. Tomorrow afternoon, we're doing the weekly channel message for everybody. That is a beautiful experience. And I am recording this, Rima, so if you're looking for guidance in the immediate moment, it'll probably be up on my YouTube within the next hour or two. It could be a general one, Aressa, but I have been lately encouraging and inviting people to get as clear as possible, because when you ask for general guidance, you basically get general guidance. So just close your eyes for a second. Move your mind's eye into your heart space. Just listen. There's something that you're wanting to know about. Maybe you're feeling a little anxious or scared to ask it. That's okay. We all experience that. Just trust love, trust the divine, and allow that question to bubble forth and come right out of your heart, like it's raising its hand like a school child wanting to be called on next. While you do that, seeking guidance on my current path and clarify path. Feeling a little lost about what, my friend? Are we talking life path, calling, purpose? Relationship? Life, purpose. Excellent. See, that wasn't so hard, right? We got there. All right. If you don't mind, I'm actually feeling called to do a channeled message for you. Would that be okay? The energy, we could do an energy reading, but I'm sensing that that's okay. Okay. I'm just sensing that there's a lot there, and I wouldn't have enough time to unpack it with you through energy work. All right, let's see. Guides and concepts. Please open me to message from The interesting thing about a path is that there is only so far ahead of us that we can see. The mind is very focused usually on the destination. And unfortunately, the mind wants to be able to see the entire map. And not only that, it wants to see every footfall. It is very concerned with whether there will be a rock in the path or a log, a tree that has fallen across the path that we will either have to find a way around or climb over. And then when we think about climbing over, the mind gets very concerned about whether we're going to rip our pants or get dirty, or bugs are going to crawl on us, or we're going to get sap on our hands and have no water nearby to wash it off. And thus the mind continues to go around and around and around. And when we invite in the mindful observer, the curious, childlike mind, and then we think about walking that path, to the child who sees and looks for the wonder in all things, who is literally, viscerally, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually in the moment, seeking joyful experiences, seeking entertainment, seeking thrills, perhaps, seeking whatever. When that childlike mind comes to the point where the tree has fallen in the path, they actually don't see it as an obstacle. They see it as an adventure. Oh, look at this. What's inside the tree? Why did the tree fall? Oh, wow, it's so interesting the way that it fell across the path. I can climb up on it. I can walk back and forth along the tree. What about all the other trees as well? Did this tree die? Was this tree knocked over by the wind or struck by lightning? Oh, wow, look at this color. Oh, look at all the bugs crawling on it. And then, as quickly as children do, they jump over it and continue on the path. So, Aressa, your mind is wanting the path to be completely explained and laid out before you in a way that will make it feel comfortable. But unfortunately for your heart, your adventurous, loving, and open heart, that predictability is probably not going to be much of an adventure. It's too planned out. And so the encouragement, Aressa, is to drop into your heart and trust that your heart and your spirit knows exactly what's unfolding, and that your singular most important task now, as you are seeking to walk this path, is to allow it to unfold and do your best to ignore the mind's eagerness to try to get everything figured out. And I can say that because I've walked it. I am walking it still in a lot of ways. And it really comes down to a choice. Do you want to succumb to the mind and allow all that worry and anxiety, that the feeling of stuckness or lost, which, by the way, are myths? We are never stuck. We are never truly lost. Do you want to allow that to affect how you feel today? I don't think you do. I don't think any of us ultimately do. I think what we're wanting to allow is as much joy as we can possibly feel, which may be only a little smidge today. But the choice in choosing love over fear, which is really what it's all about, the choice is ours to make. And it comes down to what we focus on. And I get it. When you don't know where you're going, it can be scary. It can be unnerving. It can feel awkward and uncomfortable. But the most important thing about a calling isn't where we're going, but it is in answering it. And so maybe perhaps like me, I was about a year ago, I was really strongly feeling my calling to do this work, to offer this work in the world. And I was scared out of my mind. And I could feel as though I was standing at a doorway. Beautiful glowing light coming around the edges of the door, and I could feel my gift. I could feel Spirit calling me forward. But Spirit doesn't reveal everything all at once. Spirit just wants to hear the yes first, and then things will unfold. So there is a yes, perhaps, Aressa? A yes that you're being called to look at, and there's no right or wrong with it. You can take as long as you want to say yes to whatever it is that's calling you forward. But I want you to know that in one way or another, we've all been through this. And it may feel scary to say that yes, but there's also so much amazingness on the other side of that door. And it's really a question of surrender and trusting whatever you call the divine, the universe, source, spirit, God, Gaia, whatever it is you call it. Your ancestors, your guides. Trust that you will be supported, that you are being supported. In fact, do your best to tap in right now, today, to how you're being supported, to where you're at on the path. It may feel like you've strayed off of it, but you really haven't. Inga's saying, oh my God, before you said childlike mind, I heard the song, the wheels of the bus go round and round. Oh, that's... Surrender can feel scary, Inga says, but no, you are loved. Exactly. So your task right now, Aressa, is to look for evidence of what's good in your life, to train your mind to stay in the moment and to focus on what is important right now. What's next for you today? I'm ending the live stream. What occurs for you next? Will you sit in meditation? Will you go have a meal? Will you talk to a friend? Be fully present in those, whatever is happening next for you. And when you do that, this is the amazing thing about it. When you do this, my friends, and this is coming from a recent message that I put up on YouTube about the Lion's Gate. When you hunt for presence, when you have that fierce warrior or hunter energy, and instead of looking for answers where there are none, like the mind gets lost. The mind gets lost. The heart and the spirit don't. The mind gets lost looking for answers where there are none. Why? Because there are certain things in life where there are not answers. And where the answers don't matter. But when you are hunting for the presence in the moment, you find it and you be with it and you observe it just like a hunter would. And when they're hunting their prey, and this isn't about killing the prey or accomplish anything or achieving anything, or even the gatherer. What did the gatherers used to do? They were constantly observing the surroundings. They were looking for when, like, this bush would have the berries next week, and this is a spot that's been worn down in the river, so it's safe to cross. And they're always observing, right? And they were in the moment, because they're very survival, of course, was dependent on it way back then. But for us now, it's not so much about survival, it's about our joy. And so when you have this sort of this observer quality, right? And you're just being in the moment, you're like, oh, look how great this is. How delicious this food tastes. How wonderful it is to spend time with this dear friend. How great it is to be in this community with a bunch of people in alive. When you're in that, and that is what becomes important to you in the moment, then everything else can fall away and you actually free yourself. I hope that made sense. I just pulled that through. Alrighty. Aressa says, thank you so much, Greg. That was beautiful. Inga says, we're here for ourselves. We're here in a safe place where we can be ourselves. Absolutely. I love that, Suleiman. Micro fulfillments. Stop looking to the future, my friends. I have to do it too. I have to regularly rein my thoughts in and refocus them. And there are times when it is difficult to pave what we're wanting in the future. There's times when it's difficult for me to identify how I'm wanting to feel about something that I'm hoping for or wanting in the future. And in those moments, what do I do with my mind? I don't let it run free and start worrying again, although that does happen. I redirect it into those micro fulfillments of the moment. Is all the worry really worth it if it takes us out of experiencing the joy that can be possible in our day, the enjoyment of the next meal that we have, the enjoyment of the next live that we're attending? Do we really, really, truly, ask yourselves this, my friends, do you really want your worry, your fear, and your anxiety to pull you out of that experience? I don't think we do. I think ultimately we came here because we knew how much fun we could have. We knew how great it would be to sit and enjoy every bite of a delicious meal, or every moment with a beautiful friend, or all the great wisdom and love that we share in our IT lives, or anywhere that we go spiritually for community. Yes, I love that, Inga. Absolutely, regularly checking back into this moment. All right, and I'm checking back into this moment, and I need to get going. I have a beautiful call with my brother coming up soon, and then a beautiful meal, and then play time with my friends in my online game. So, my dears, what you want is wanting you. Thank you so much for being here. We've gone a little bit over, but it's so important to make sure that all the readings get completed. Aressa, how are you feeling? I hope that you are complete. I think that you are. Yes, enjoy your now. Thank you, Aisha. Thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing anyone who comes tomorrow to the weekly channeled message for us all. This live will be up on YouTube in a couple hours. I have to probably double check to make sure I did the recording properly. Otherwise, I'm so glad to be here with you guys. You are all welcome to come to the Wednesday Zoom event. It's basically a live, but on Wednesday. It's like a live on Insight Timer, but it's gonna be on Zoom, and you can find that here. It's called Heart Wisdom Wednesdays. That'll be the second, third, and fourth Wednesday of every month. We're doing a little experiment here in August to see how that feels for me and how that feels for you guys. Otherwise, I am just so pleased and happy and filled with love and appreciation for all of your guys seeking, all of your guys' love, and all of your presence. Thank you so much for being you, for all of your courage and all of your vulnerability and all of your beautiful hearts. So with that, I will bid you adieu, as our French friends say, and I will send you off to the outro, and I will see you all soon, either at another live of mine or somebody else's. Take care. Bye-bye.